Hello students, today in this session we are going to start the chapter Area and Perimeter class 7th. So let's start the chapter. So let us consider an example. In a village, two brothers living and they have their lands. Now they want to bound their lands to protect the land, but they don't know how to do this and how much wire they will be required. Now here the meaning of the bound, that is what they want to do with their land. They want to fence their land using the rods or using the wires. Using the wire that should be bound this, or that should be fence their land. So here, what is the meaning of the bound? Meaning of the bound, that is fencing. Now here they want to fence their land. So here the fencing is nothing but the total length of the boundary. So the total length of the wire which they required is the total length of the boundary of their land. So first they will measure the length of all sides of the field, and what will be the length of all sides? They will add all the sides and get the total length of the wire required to bound or to fence their land. Here we are talking that the total length of the boundary, that is called as perimeter. Let us take another example, a door. It has to be laminated by a plastic sheet. Also, a floor of the room is to be decorated or is to be carpeted by a wooden flooring. So what we need to find here? Yes, we need to find what is the portion of the door, that is what is the total portion of the door inside this boundary, or here in this room, what is the total length and breadth of this room. That is, we can say, we need to find what is the total region inside the room, that is, this boundary of the room has the region inside it, that is the area of the room. Similarly, the part of the door bounded inside by this boundary is the area of the door. So when we find it out, the area of this door and area of this floor, then only we can say how much the plastic sheet required for this door to laminate and how much wooden flooring needed to cover this floor of the room. So area is nothing but the region bounded by the boundary, that is inside portion of the figure or of the closed figure, is called the area of the figure. For finding the area, again we should know what is the length and the breadth of the figure. So consider these examples. We are talking about the perimeter. It is the total length of the boundary of any figure is the perimeter. Now here, total length of the boundary, that is sum of all sides. Consider this triangle. This side, and this side. These three sides, when we sum up, we get the total boundary of this triangle. Similarly, in this rectangle also, when we find the total of this boundary, it is the perimeter. Similar in the case of hexagon and its square, what is the total distance? In another terms, we can say what is the total distance covered around a closed figure, that is the perimeter. Also, in these figures, we observe some region inside the boundary of these figures, that is the area. So we can say the amount of space occupied by a closed figure is its area, or area is the part of plane occupied by the closed figure. So now we have to calculate the perimeter. So we know that the perimeter of the figure is sum of all sides. If we consider a rectangle, L is denoted its length and B is the breadth. So we can say perimeter of this rectangle is nothing but L plus B plus L plus B, or we can say 2 times of addition of L, 2L, and 2 times of B, that is plus 2B. So 2 when we take common, so we get twice of L into B is the perimeter of rectangle. Now let us consider the square. In this square, we have the breadth is also its length, or where we can say the length and breadth of a square are same. So we can say as S, or it is side of a square. So 4 times sum of sides, that is 4S. So we can say perimeter of the figure is 4 into side. So here we have perimeter of rectangle is twice of L plus B, whereas perimeter of the square is 4 into side. Now let us talk about the area, that is the amount of space occupied by this closed figure rectangle, or the portion inside the boundary of this rectangle is its area. So how it will be calculated? Let take the length of the rectangle is L. When we place another line segment of the same length on this first line above, so here we are talking the 2 line segments. So here we can say first line is L, how many times? 2 times. So we can say L plus L, or we can say it is equal to 2 times of L. Okay. One more line segment when we keep over on over on over. So here we get how many times we are taking this L up to the breadth. So here as we are writing 2L, so in place of 2, that is the B. So here we know that the area is product of length and breadth of the figure, as we observed by putting the line segments 1 over 1. We get how many times we are putting the length up to the B times. So area is nothing but the product of length and breadth. So here when we have to calculate the area of the rectangle, that is equals to length into breadth. Similarly, let's consider the square. Here again, take the side of the square is L, or simply S. Keep one more side, that is of L unit. So how many times we are keeping this L? 2 times. One more time, that is 3 times. how much time we will arrange this L 1 over 1 up to this breadth. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 up to L times. So we can say again here the area of this square is nothing but L. How many times we are keeping this? Up to L times. L into L. So here we can say, if we consider side, this L as a side, so we can say area of the square is side into side. Now one thing we have to remember here, that in the area we multiplying the two units as L unit and B unit. That means 2 times we are multiplying the unit, so it will become square unit, or in the measuring units it will be square centimeter, square meter or square kilometer, like this, whatever unit we are using. So always we have to remember, whenever we are writing the area or whenever we are talking about the area of any figure, it should be written as square unit. Now let us take the problem of the exercise 11.1. First question says, the length and the breadth of the rectangular piece of land are 500 meter and 300 meter respectively. Find its area and the cost of land if 1 meter square of the land cost is 10,000 rupees. So here this rectangular land is given length 500 meter and its breadth is 300 meter. Now here we have to find its area. As we know that area of the rectangle is length, how many times we arranged? Up to its breadth. So that is the product of length and breadth. So area of the rectangle is, always we have to remember, whenever we are talking about the length, it should be product of length and breadth. So area is of this rectangle is L into B, that is 500 into 300 meter. Now here this meter we are multiplying 2 times, so it will become as square meter. So area of rectangular land we are getting 15000 square meter. Now second point, we have to find out the cost of the land, and it is given 1 meter square cost of land is rupees 10,000 rupees. Okay, now how much area we get? This one, 1,50,000 square meter. Now this is the required area what we have to purchase. So this much area we have to purchase, and the cost of 1 meter square is rupees 10,000. So this rupees multiplied by the required area, so we get the cost of the land of required 500 meter where its length and 300 meter is its breadth. So the cost of 150,000 meter square is rupees 1,50,000 into 10,000, and we get this much of rupees we need to find. We need to purchase the rectangular piece of land. So here we can say area of this rectangular land is 1,50,000 square meter and its cost is 150,000 rupees. So I hope in this way we will calculate.